Okay, now we're going to learn about parenting in Adobe After Effects. Really important. If you're going to have somebody walking or have a bird flying or movement like that, you're going to need to know about parenting different layers together. That means that one layer is going to follow another layer. In this one, we're going to have the wheels on a sports car turn around but also follow the car. You could do this without parenting, but boy, it'd take you forever and ever. New composition. Let's do this one about 6 seconds. Give ourselves some time here. Import. Files. Now this is interesting. We'll import the Ferrari, but let's import it as a composition. That way we'll be able to preserve different layers. And we'll get that as a folder. So we have the wheels and the body here. And then everything else, it doesn't really matter. Everything else is just flat. A little cityscape. And the title. So let's put down our landscape first. And it just falls into place. Our car, a little different matter. Take everything, drag it down at the same time, probably a good idea. For a number of reasons. The only problem is if you drag it down at the same time, it's all going to land in the same area. The wheels, though, are going to want to be in the front, so let's take those two wheels and stick them up above. Take everything and move it together. And there's our basic, that's what's going to happen. Our car is going to go across, and then our title is going to pop up. I did the car in Photoshop, separated the wheels so they'd be able to turn. It's very, very important to get the pivoting point, the axle, right in the middle of the wheel. So let's zero in on one of those wheels and see how close we are. We're not even close at all, so we're going to need to zero out on that and actually find out where it is. It might be the other one. Wheel 2, where is it? There it is, way over there. So let's put that, what we think might be the middle. And it's only an approximation. What we really have to do is to zero in on it and make sure that it's right in the middle. And luckily we have a pretty nice axle there that we can see. We don't want our wheels to be lopsided. And that's fairly in the middle. So let's zoom back out. Let's take the front of the car now. Oops. And put the other wheel approximately at first. And then once again we'll zero in on that and make sure that we have it right dab in the middle. It's close, but it's not good enough. We got to have it a lot closer there to be able to make them spin around, and then even we might want to test it and see if it's going to work. So here's our car. Let's take it down to a smaller size that we can have the car entering one area than the other. But let's make those wheels spin first. So take our car in. And we'll click on these and hit the R for rotation. We will set our keyframe, which is where we're going to be starting at 0. We'll move it ahead because it's going to be going across. We'll make them spin 5 times. Probably be alright. And let's see if it's going to cut it. And it's going backwards. So we need to do -5. Probably be what we want to do, huh? So let's make it a negative number. If you see if it were coming in from the other side, we have a positive number. So there we go, and that seems to work. And so now we have our wheels turning around. The problem is we want the wheels to go with the car. If you don't have a column here that says parents, go here, and now we have this column. There are a couple ways to connect these layers of the wheels to the body. You can either do it like this, or you could easily just take it and drag this little whip. Here is probably the easiest. The body. Now wherever the body goes, the wheels are going to follow. See if it goes here, there, doesn't really matter. So let's take it from the beginning. Let's take our body, hit the P for position, and approximately 2.5 seconds. We'll drag it across. It's going to go fairly fast. It is a sports car after all. And there's our car. Let's give it 3 so you can actually see the thing. Here we go. And at 3 seconds, we want to have the title twirl around. Similar thing. Let's put our title in there. It's kind of boring like that. So what we want to do, we want to take that title and do the same thing. Have it spin around like a tire just to make it interesting. Further. And let's see what a spin's going to look like there. We'll hit the R button to find rotation. Come in. We'll have it come in here, and then by the time it gets to here, it will be in this position. So let's take it there, and we want to make a negative, a 180 degree spin. So let's make this like that, and probably want to make a little bigger. Spin's going to work. The problem here is it's going to be a little bit, probably want to put a little lower. So let's position it a little bit lower. We're not going to really change the position as much as just have it start lower and then spin around, and hopefully it will come in the position we want it to come in. And then let's play with the opacity by clicking here 100%, and we'll have it fade out to 0 in the end. Really quite simple. And let's see what our final project will look like. the idea, and then phase out. So there we go. Export your movie. As usual, once again, if you're going to make a movie for digital video, you would export as a movie, but here we're going to be exporting it as a DV stream because we're going to be opening it up in iMovie and then exporting it again, and that will be good enough. So that's it.